off with, are the Chicago Bears really going to become technically the Indiana Bears?
So, have you been following this story at all?
I've been following it since it was announced they're basically going to be moving to Indiana.
Well, now it sounds like Illinois is fighting back. But man, I have so many thoughts on this and feelings. I get it. The New York Jets and the New York Giants, they don't play in New York. They play in New Jersey. The San Francisco the San Francisco 49ers, they don't play in San Francisco. They play in Santa Clara. The Los Angeles Rams and the Los Angeles Chargers, they don't play in LA. They play in Inglewood. So if the Chicago Bears move across the state line to Hammond, Indiana, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. Damn it, yes it would. The Chicago Bears belong in Chicago. They do not belong in northern Indiana. The Chicago Bears are one of the most storied teams in NFL history. They are coming off of one of the most magical and best seasons I have ever seen. They got not one, but 2 wins against their arch rivals, the Green Bay mother-loving Packers. Shout out to my guy, Tom Grossi. They've got a great quarterback head coach duo in Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams. They very nearly went to the NFC Championship game, took the LA Rams right down to the final seconds, and you're going to pull the rug out from beneath your fans and move across state lines to Indiana? No! Plus, the Bears have countless Hall of Famers, Mike Ditka, Walter Payton, Devin Hester, Brian Urlacher, my personal favorite player all time for the Chicago Bears. No, as an NFL fan, no, I am not okay with this. The Chicago Bears cannot move to Indiana. They need to stay in Chicago. I don't give a damn that the New York Giants and the New York Jets play over in New Jersey. That doesn't matter to me. What does matter is the Chicago Bears staying in Chicago.
Josh, this is a first because I'm speechless. Because I agree with literally everything you said. I have almost nothing else to add. You nailed it perfectly. I think the only thing that I will add is this. The difference between New York and New Jersey is not really, because they both cross each other in bridges. It's kind of basically the same thing. We all kind of accept that as society. Inglewood is, it's outside of California, but you're not going to call a team the Inglewood Rams. You're going to call them Los Angeles because that's the big city where they're from. Moving a team from clearly downtown Chicago, Illinois to Indiana across state lines, I know it's not the same as in distance, but I mean, I guess it kind of be like the Browns moving from Cleveland to Columbus, though a little bit shorter distance, obviously. You can make a case Akron, but it's still in the same state. You get my point. Where this is like moving a team from one well-known state where they have been for years to another well-known state that's basically a college football town. They don't even have a professional football team when they could have a professional football team. I guess that's where I'm coming from, is if Indiana really wanted to, they could build a stadium. They could have their own, they're a basketball state. They could have their own NFL team. They could have their own NBA team, etc.
Well, they do have the Colts and the Pacers.
That's what I mean. They already have the Colts. It's in downtown Indianapolis, Indiana. So why do you feel the need to move the Bears? It almost feels like if you move the Bears there, you need to rename them to the Indiana Bears.
And this just pisses me off. Normally, like relocation, sometimes relocation does bother me. For example, like the Supersonics moving to Oklahoma City, that one really pissed me off. Or like the Chargers moving from San Diego to LA. That one also pissed me off. But like the Raiders moving to Vegas, it bothered me, but not a lot. Because the Raiders, yeah, like they have a lot of history in Oakland and stuff, but that stadium was a dump, and like it didn't seem like either side, the city of Oakland or the Raiders, were really trying to make anything work. So I'm like, okay, if the Raiders move, whatever.
So somebody in the comment section, or if you're listening live on Twitter or YouTube, let me know. Because I know with the Brown Stadium situation, the reason why they had to build a dome outside of Cleveland is just basically Jimmy Haslam was told, if you put a dome where the current stadium location is right by the lake, your stadium's going to fall into the lake because the infrastructure cannot handle it, and the infrastructure would take to build a dome down there would cost more than it actually is to build the dome in Brook Park. From my understanding, in Chicago, they can build a dome in downtown Chicago. They just don't want to.
Yeah, they're looking at Arlington Heights, which, as I understand it, the Bears own that property.
Yeah.
And the Bears have been trying to build a stadium in Arlington Heights, and there's a whole litany of political talk. I don't know all the details of it, but it's just like I've heard that even the state of Iowa was trying to lure the Bears away from Chicago. No, it would be like if the Cleveland Browns decide to move to some random city in Michigan.
Yeah. No, I agree.
And still decide to call themselves the Cleveland Browns.